If you don't stop this, Sally Field's going to start raising money for you. You're just disappearing. Okay. So anyway. All right.
How
So,
many Christie fans do you have in the room?
I mean, seriously, what are you going to say? Right? I know you got no choice. Thank you.
How many Joe fans in the room?
All right, so Mika, we're going to talk about why you wrote the book, and we're going to get Diane up here. But before we do that, let's open it up to Chris. Why don't you ask Chris some questions? Don't just ask. If you hand him the microphone, we're going to be here till midnight. Ask him specific, direct questions. Just pretend he's Jay Carney and you're like Fox News's like White House correspondent.
First of all, it's really nice of you to come. Thank you so much. And thank you for supporting the book. And thank you for being in the book. I thought that it was kind of you, but also I know that you have dealt with the issue with people misunderstanding the concept, which the book really sets out to debunk for a lot of reasons. And I'll never forget, exactly, I'll never forget when you were reading me your Twitter feed. And then after you read me some of the most malicious, horrifying tweets about your struggle with your weight, you just kind of stopped and said to me, do I seem to you to be someone who's undisciplined? Me. And I thought to myself, absolutely not, which is why I looked into the science behind this. How have you been doing so far, given the fact that now the news broke about your surgery? And also, how is it dealing with what we talked about before, which is the discrimination and the bias that I think people feel?
Well, first off, I mean, listen, I'm not going to spend any more time talking about the surgery. I mean, you read everything and more than you would like to hear about this. And it's really nothing all that spectacular. Anything you've read, I've pretty much said everything I can say about it. I feel fine, I'm doing fine, and we'll see what happens. You know, there are no guarantees in life, and I'm doing fine. So I told the press corps here, I'm not talking about it anymore because I'm not, giving anybody, week-to-week updates other than my wife about how I'm doing. But I do think that the reaction to it is instructive for how people really misunderstand this issue. The reaction to it was insane, absolutely insane and over the top. I went in for what is really not, a complicated issue, and it's another step that you can try to take in order to try to deal with the problem of being overweight. But had 20 cameras show up at a press conference, including extra and inside edition, which are not normal people who show up. And I think it tells you.
I don't even know what to make of that.
Yeah, extra, and it's like, but I think the problem is that people don't understand that this is a difficult issue for lots of people in this country, and it's not as simple as push yourself away from the table and you'll be fine, or as this ignoramus that they have on their show all the time, Eugene Robinson said.
He's still upset and has a right to be.
Eat a salad.
We like Eugene.
Yeah, he's a joke.
Good friend of ours.
Right. Eat a salad and take a walk. Well, that's the kind of thing that's said by some.
Hey, can I stop you for a second? And I want to stop you for a good reason, because Chris just said Eugene's a jerk. I've had a lot of people say a lot of really nasty things about Chris, much nastier than eat a salad, take a walk. What I found interesting, though, in your reaction to Gene, and what I've always found interesting, because, basically people can say whatever they want to say about you, it doesn't bother you. What struck Mika and me from the very beginning is that this, I mean, it really, I don't want to get too much here, but it really hurts you. When somebody talked about your weight, it's something that you took personally, like you took nothing else personally. Like somebody could call you a Nazi or whatever, you'd be like, whatever. It happens. But Republicans call you worse. But this is different. This is really personal. And in fact, Mika said when she was interviewing you for this book, you got really, really emotional.
Well, yeah, listen, I think it is because it's about you personally. And I think secondly, though, the reason why, it's factually correct, but I also feel like you know, guys like that who, you know, always have the prefix before their name of Pulitzer Prize winner, which is supposed to somehow convince you that they're smart. To say something that's stupid offends me. I don't mind stupid people saying stupid things, right? I'm like, there's plenty of people, this is the difference. You're focusing on the wrong difference. It's not that this is more emotional to me. What this is I'm used to stupid people saying stupid things, and I can ignore them because I go, well, they're stupid. So, I mean, I don't care what they say because they don't get it and they don't know any better, and so that's okay. It's when people who hold themselves out to be smart say really stupid things. Feel free, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit? Do you want to fight?
No, thank you.
Good.
No, it looks good though. Yeah. That's what bothers me. And so what gets me about that troublemaker is when supposedly smart people say really stupid things, and they use a platform that they get because they're supposed to be smart.
And I know you
They
didn't
say stupid
choose
things.
this platform on this issue, and
No.
I get not wanting to talk about the surgery anymore, and I respect that. I think, though, the one thing I will say is that, unfortunately, because of the publicity of your job and your notoriety, you unfortunately now represent what a lot of people are facing, which is a bias and discrimination and a cruelty that actually my collaborator with the book, Diane Smith, who's here, who we'll bring up in just a minute, and I studied the data on. The things that people said to you on Twitter, said to your face, screamed at you, whatever, what Eugene Robinson wrote is what people are thinking, what people who hire are thinking, what people are